Hello, this is Harry Shearer speaking for the ABC Records group of companies, division of ABC Incorporated. The actual professional recording that we hope you've paid at least $6 for begins here. So welcome to the vinyl world of sex and violins.
Dead People's Records? What the heck is that? Well, here's a couple big stack of records given to me by a friend whose one of their parents had died and they didn't have any need for the records. There's some good records in here. There's a lot of Hank Williams Jr. in here, and there's a lot of what I would call religious music, and there's a few good ones in there. But this is a big stack of Dead People's Records. Here's some more Dead People's Records. Now you can see there's one in the front of this bin that nobody wants. There's 4 plastic bins in a box. And somebody in my neighborhood, their husband died. They were cleaning out the shed and they had a bunch of records. Come and look at them. Well, for a long time I didn't go look at them. I don't need to bring a bunch more junk home. I got too much already. So I was out walking one day and a lady was out and had them in the carport. So I took a look at them. May even do a video on these. There's actually some good classic rock records in here. So there's some old people's records. There's a good variety of stuff. $25 for 4 bins full, including the bins. Dead Persons Records. Yep, this is what happens when you're gone, folks. So let's talk about that a little more. Oh, well, yeah, most of you wouldn't want this, but I love the Mills Brothers. And back there in the box, Al Jolson. Yeah, that was one of my dad's favorites. He's gone now, too. Hey, vinyl community, long time no see. Where the hell y'all been? Been doing stuff. Yeah. Got these whiskers here. I'm starting to look like an old codger. So my little intro there, yeah, what do we do with our records? You can see I got records all over here. I got records all over the other room. I got records in the laundry room, and I got records in the storage shed. Too many damn records. Now, I got a long ways to go. I ain't planning on going anywhere soon. But this is a good topic, and it's been brought up before a few times. What do you do with your records when you're gone or before you're gone? Well, of course, the proper thing to do if you want to get maximum value is sell them yourself one at a time, but I'm not doing that. So what I'm going to do is let somebody else worry about it. It is an important topic. Now, I have nearly all of my records in Discogs. I can do a printout, what I paid for them, maybe what the average price or something is, so that the family member that has to deal with this has something to go on, and I've talked to them about it, so they're a little bit aware of it. But you know, I got lots of Dead People's Records for free. I don't want mine all going for free. There are plenty of them that be okay for free. But you got to think about this, you got to talk about it, and it's an important topic. Now, with that being said, I've got an idea. In my family, there's only one person that's a vinyl who collects vinyl records. I have a grandson, my first grandson, so my oldest grandchild. So my friend Heaven suggested it was time to start giving some of the family treasures to some of the family members. And it took me a little work to think, well, who wants a bunch of old records? Most people aren't interested. But I got one person in my family that collects records, going to love to have records. His mother maybe has told him about something's coming, but I haven't talked to him on the phone yet. He may get a turntable as well if he doesn't have a good one, because I got a couple turntables I'm not using. And the whole hi-fi thing, that's all something for you to talk about. I'm going to get some records in that chair back there, and I'm just going to use those as an example to talk about what I'm going to give to my grandson. Not all of these records, and I don't know exactly which records he have, but I come up with what I thought was a good idea to pass along a little family history, a little family interest, a little music love. Let's look at those. We certainly don't think of records as family treasures, or not very many of us do anyway, but I got one. I've showed this record and talked about it a few times. Elvis's second record, I think 1957. I bought this copy in 1957. I still have it. Right there was my high school girlfriend, had her name written on it. Over here had some pinstriping, you know. We took care of our records back in the days. Had my name on it here so that you go to a dance, a party, saw a cop, you could get your own records back when it was done. It's playable. You interrupted my video I'm making. Phone call interruption there. I'm just edit that part out here. I'm not working as hard making these videos as I used to. Got my name on, some bandage tape there. We didn't have all the kind of stuff. Yeah, it's playable. Family heirloom. It's probably VG. I don't know. This is just a keepsake. Want to listen to the music? Get a new hi-fi copy. This one's Friday music. It's pretty good. It's okay. All right, now I got a bunch of 45s from when I was in high school. I'll maybe hold on to some of those for a while. You know, and we get to a certain point, it's hard to get rid of stuff, isn't it? Yeah. Even when you get to my age, I remember my father, he got to a certain age, he said it's time to start getting rid of stuff. Well, there was still plenty of stuff left to get rid of when the time come. But so what else do you give a grandson that's in music? Well, he's into different kinds of music, but I want to share some of the stuff that I like that he may not be familiar with, and some of the stuff that I'm pretty sure he's going to like. Leon Redbone, one of my favorites, sealed copy. I still got a couple extra ones of those. How about a little audio file? One of the best records ever, The Doors. This is a 2 LP 45 RPM audio file version. That'll be a treasure someday. I've said many times my favorite music category is female vocals, no matter the genre. The wonderful sounds of female vocals. Audio file version. This one is limited to 500 copies. The LA and Orange County Audio Society 25th anniversary record. Had to pick 10 top favorite records. You know, we do that all the time and we end up with about 100 in that top 10, but this has been one of my top 10 for about as long as I can remember. This is MoFi audio file, original master recording. This one's number 187. I ordered several of these babies as soon as I could order them, and so I got low numbers. One of my favorite records. He may or may not be aware of that. Well, I know these younger people, they like punk and they like some of that other stuff. Well, this a little bit predates that, but the Stooges 2010 Rhino reissue RTI, Kevin Gray, you guys know all that stuff, audio file version. Here's a 2001, said it's been resealed, so I don't know if it's mint or not. The Ramones, famous in the punk genre, and a lot of people like them. Now, I'm expecting he'll like this, but the first time I listened to a Ramones record from watching you vinyl community guys, I told my record dealer, I said, these guys can't play an instrument, they can't sing, and they can't write music. And he just laughed and said, yeah, ain't it great? Been a little slow for me to really get into that, but of course, they're not the only ones in punk. Here's a Russian yellow-green vinyl. Discogs won't let them list this because it's a, not a fake, but a Cramps. The Smell of Female. I love the Cramps, and I like this record, and man, it's a beautiful thing as well. One of the best TV serial shows there's ever been. All of you that's seen it will probably agree with that. Breaking Bad, the soundtrack, double LP, record store day special issue. I bought this record. It's still sealed, never been opened. Now, I think that's something you can pass down to a grandson. And if there's anybody that hadn't watched this series, watch it. Binge watch it. Yeah. Well, another one of my favorites, Janis Joplin, Big Brother and the Holding Company.
Mono, the ultra rare mono edition, audiophile vinyl, and so forth. This only copy of this one I have. This is a little treasure I'm passing down. One of the new guys that I've shown did a video on this guy, Fantastic Negrito from Oakland, California. Please don't be dead. Ha! That title of this record fits right in with this video, don't it? I'm planning on following your advice, Fantastic Negrito. Okay, female vocals. This lady's a friend of mine, Lynn Stanley. The Moonlight Sessions, double LP, 45 RPM, audio file, signed copy. This is number 20 out of 2000. I don't know if kids care about them low serial numbers or not. Now, this was just the kind of the first bit of stuff that I thought about to pass along a little bit of my musical taste. I probably need to think about it. Y'all can leave some comments down there and give me some ideas. This young man, I should know his age. I don't. Probably around 30. Give me some comments down there. Now, I'm going to give him some bins of records, just the kind of records that we have in bins. I got records in bins. No, I'll do a little selection. I'm not just going to give him the stuff that even Goodwill probably doesn't want. So this is my little idea about passing down a little family treasure involving vinyl, and I'd appreciate some comments, see what y'all think. I know there's been a few videos in the vinyl community about what to do with your records when it's time to go. It ain't time to go. It's time to start giving little stuff away. Hey, Pokemon Papa! More about that on another time. So I say, see y'all down the trail and keep 'em spinning.
Happy trails to you until